I'm just warming up my voice. So this is what we have to do, you see, as YouTube superstars. We have to warm our voices up. Okay, I think that will do. So here we are. Look at that. Now, that isn't a recording, by the way. You are not looking at a recording. That is the view right now outside the window. Yes, it is another glorious day here in the UK. Welcome to another English Addict Live. For those who were watching the other day, you will know that I was outside, and I'm not sure, but I think I might have caught a slight cold because my nose keeps running, so I have a very wet nose like a dog today, unfortunately. I don't know why, but I think it might have something to do with the fact that I was outside doing a live stream, or some of my live stream, in the garden in freezing temperatures. That might have something to do with it. That's what I'm thinking. So here we go then. It's nice to see you here. How has your weekend been? Has it been a good weekend? Has it been a cheerful weekend? Or has it been a woeful weekend? Oh, now this is a very interesting word. Even though it is a little depressing and negative, it is an interesting word. It sounds like something from another century, but we still use it now. So you can be woeful, you can be full of woe. So if you are feeling down, if you are feeling unhappy about something, maybe a situation you are not happy with or satisfied with, something you feel slightly depressed about, and let's face it, in these day and ages, it is easy to become woeful. So these days, these ages of being alive in 2019, some people might say that we live in woeful times, especially after the events of the past couple of days. So I hope you are okay. Anyway, let's cheer up. Let's be happy. Because it's not only Sunday, it's December. I am so excited because December has arrived. Welcome to a new month. It is the final month of the year as we say goodbye to 2019. And of course, during this month, we will be talking about the past 11, almost 12 months of the year, because it's been a very strange one. I'm not going to pretend that this year has been a normal year. It's been very strange for various reasons. I'm sure some of them you know about already. Hello to everyone on the live chat. Nice to see you here today. We are talking about a lot of things today. As I mentioned, it is the 1st of December today, the first day of the 12th month. And this is English Addict Live. For those who don't know what is going on, my name is Duncan and I teach English on YouTube, and I've been doing this for a very long time, over 13 years on YouTube, teaching English to you. So that's my name. I have some important information as well to give you a little bit later on concerning my live streams and when they are happening. So there will be a slight change, just a small change, very small, and it will be made on Wednesday this week. So this Wednesday, the the time of the live stream will be slightly different. Anyway, we are here today, and that's all that matters for all of you English addicts, for those who can't get enough of the beautiful language. As I said, talking of dates, some people will say the date in one way, whilst other people will say it in a different way. For example, there we go. So some people say December the 1st, whilst other people will say the 1st of December. That is to say that some people will put the day, the month, and the year in that order. So, for example, we have the 1st of the 12th, 2019. So the day will come first, followed by the month, and then we have the year. However, some people will put the month first. So here we go. We have the month, the day, and the year. So, for example, we have the 12th month, the first day, and 2019. So quite often in America, in the US, and in other parts of the world as well, you will see the date like this. You will see the month first, and then the day, and then the year. However, in the UK and some other countries around the world as well, you will see the day first. So, for example, you have the 1st of the 12th, 2019. So in this case, we put the day first in the UK. And in the USA, they tend to put the month first, which can cause a lot of confusion, especially on this particular date, because it looks as if it might be the 12th of January, but it isn't. It is the 12th month and the first day. And in the UK, once again, I will mention, we put the day first and then the month and then the year. So that's why sometimes you will see these things mentioned or used in different ways. So you will see December the 1st is often used in American English, and here we put the day first. So we often say the 1st of December or December 1st. So I hope that's explained that, because sometimes these small details can cause a lot of confusion. They can. So even the tiniest, even the smallest detail in English, even if there is only a slight difference, they can cause lots of confusion, let me tell you. Lots of people are joining us now. Oh, hello. Hello. Thank you very much for spending your Sunday with me here on YouTube. And as I said before, I am here normally on Sunday, Wednesday and Friday at 2 p.m. UK time. However, let me show you something that I have behind me. There is a change coming soon. There is, because on Wednesday I will be with you at a different time. Now, it is only for Wednesday this week, so the week that is coming now, Wednesday, 8 p.m. UK time, we are doing a special late and live English Addict. So a little later than normal on Wednesday. There are many reasons for it, most of which I will not go into at the moment. But let's just say I'm going to be very busy with Mr. Steve doing something, and Steve has told you and told me not to mention it to anyone. So I can't tell you what it is we are doing, because Steve said this morning, he said to me, he gave me very firm instructions. He said, don't tell anyone what we are doing. So maybe at a later date, maybe later on we will tell you. Anyway, Because of that, we will be with you a little later on Wednesday, 8 p.m. UK time. So that is one change. So that is the only thing that's changing. However, I will be with you on Friday and Sunday next week at the same time. And there might be an extra live stream on Saturday. I'm not sure at the moment. It all depends on the weather. So there might be an extra live stream next weekend. We will see what happens. It all depends on what the weather is doing, because at the moment the weather here in the UK is terrible. We're having some awful weather. Even though over the past few days the weather has been rather nice, as I showed you earlier outside. Look at that. So that is the view right now, looking out of the window. And another view looking in the opposite direction. Look at that. That is a live camera pointing out of the window. And for those who don't believe me, I will go over to the camera and give it a little shake. So wait there. There we go. The camera is live, everyone. It's a live camera. So now you know. So now you know it's definitely live. Thank you very much for your company today. It's nice to see you here. I'm always happy to see people here, because I know sometimes at the weekend people can be very busy. I'm sure you have had lots of things to do this weekend. So thank you very much for your company. I always appreciate it. Hello to the live chat. Oh, hello there. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. Hello, live chatters, and a big hello to Jimmy from Hong Kong, who says, hi. Hi to you, Jimmy, and guess what? You are first on today's live chat. I am happy for you, and I hope you are happy, because I am happy for you. And if you are happy, then I'm happy as well. In fact, I hope we are all happy today. Hello to Vitas. Hello, Vitas. A big greeting from Lithuania. Hello to you, and nice to see you here once again. Julie is here. Also, Luis Mendez, thank you for joining me again from France. Flower Espoir. So many regular viewers. Now, I was mentioning this morning to Steve. I said, Steve, guess what? It would appear that I get lots of regular viewers now. So the same people are now joining my English Addict live stream. Isn't that nice? Hello, Martha. Hello also to Christina. Also, we have Massimo, Fam, also Mabrek. Hello, Mabrek. Nice to see you here as well. Hello also to Tien, who is watching in Vietnam. Anna, we have Anna here as well. Connell, hello Connell, nice to see you here as well. So many regular viewers. Also, Belarusia is here. Olga, hi Olga, nice to see you as well. Eric, Beatrice, Palmyra, Pedro. Yes, we will be doing something different on Wednesday. Just to let you know again, on Wednesday, I will be with you at 8 p.m. UK time. Now, that is just one change. So this isn't every week. This is just next Wednesday. So hopefully you will be joining us live if it's not too late. Hello also to Jimmy again. Mr. Jimmy, Mr. Duncan. You're Mr. Jimmy. I'm Mr. Duncan. Mr. Duncan, could you spare some time telling us perhaps why you renamed the title as English Addict? Well, it's a long story. I'm not sure if I want to tell you the whole story because it might take a while. But things on YouTube are changing. And there are some big changes taking place on YouTube. You may have heard about these things, But the way in which YouTube shows videos and allows people to watch the videos is changing. So I have decided to move my base away from YouTube. I will still be on YouTube. However, I will be moving my base, my home, from YouTube to my own website, which means that I have to use something called branding. So what I've had to do, I've had to rebrand everything I do in preparation for the new website. So that's what's happening. So I'm not going to talk about it too much because, to be honest with you, I'm sure a lot of people out there find this very boring. So I'm not going to talk about why I'm doing this. So there is the new name. This is the 12th live stream using English Addict Live. And it is for those who can't get enough of the English language, like me. I am crazy about English. So that's the reason why, Jimmy. I hope that explains it. So there will be some big changes. Many of them are out of my control. I can't control most of these changes. So I'm sure you will hear more about this over the next few months. But some of the changes that are taking place on YouTube are big, and they will affect a lot of people. Hello also to Theo Kwang. Hello also to Zuzika. Hello to you as well. Nice to see you here again. Hello Mirella. Hello also to LaRousse. Hello LaRousse. I like your name, by the way. Or I think actually it's LaRouille. LaRouille. I like it. Hello Rosa. Hello Mr. Duncan. Hello moderators. Thank you very much for joining me. Sweetness is here. Also Rahul is here as well. Oh my goodness, a very busy live chat today. Thank you very much. We're going to play a game soon. Would you like to play a game? So this is something, a word game. This is something that I'm going to do today. We also have the mystery idiom coming soon. So here is an interesting thing that I'm going to talk about briefly, and we will talk about this later on as well. When do we use me and when do we use I? So when we are referring to something that one person or two people, or if we are referring to you as yourself and someone else, when do we use me and when do we use I? So this is the me or I game. I wish I had some lovely music there to play, but we didn't have any, so I'm very sorry about that. Although we do have the mystery idiom as well. So let's not forget about that. Here is today's mystery idiom. It is a well-known phrase in the English language. All you have to do is tell me what it is. So here it comes right now, today's mystery idiom. Mystery idiom time. There it is. Just say what you see. All you have to do is say what you see. If you think you know what the mystery idiom is, let me know as well. I would be ever so pleased if you put forward your guess. I would appreciate it very much. Hello also to Haja. Hello Haja. Hello also to Rosa. Hello Abril. Hello Abril. I like your name, by the way. It sounds almost like Avril, but it's Abril. Hello Abril. The weather in Much Wenlock is marvellous. Here in Mexico, it is horrible. It is hot. And it is supposed to drop. So when the temperature gets cooler, we say that the temperature will drop. So you might say, today it is very hot, but they say that tomorrow the temperature will drop. it will drop. So I'm sorry to hear that it's rather warm at the moment in Mexico. It's nice here. It's freezing. Guess what the temperature is today? The temperature outside today is 1. I'm not joking. The temperature outside the window is 1. 1 degree. That's all we have today, unfortunately. So it's only 1 degree Celsius, for those who are insisting that I be precise. Hello also to Siddiqui. Hello, Siddiqui. Merci beaucoup, Monsieur Duncan. Thank you very much. Ooh, very nice. I like your French. Ooh la la. Hello, Lena. Have you decorated your roof? I have been busy outside preparing my Christmas decorations because, of course, we can't forget, it's December. For those who haven't realised yet, it is December. It is the 1st of December. And this month is very busy, especially here in the UK, because we have our general election taking place on the 12th, and also Christmas as well. I think most people seem more concerned with the general election than Christmas. I'm sure quite a few people have forgotten completely about Christmas because they are so concerned with all the politics that is taking place at the moment. People arguing who is right, who is wrong, who is telling the truth, who is telling lies. Wow. So a very busy month here in the UK. Hello to everyone who is here right now. Hello also to Anna. Hello, Man Jian. Hello to you. I think you are watching in Vietnam as well. Hello also to Lewis again. Rolfie, nice to see you here as well. On Friday, I was in the garden for a short time, and I think I might have caught a cold, to be honest. My nose feels very wet. So I was in the garden on Friday feeding the birds, and I was asked at the time if I ever put water out for the birds. And my answer to that question is yes, I do. I always put water out for the birds, even in the winter. So quite often I will put some water outside, and if it freezes, I will just break the ice. So the ice that forms on top of the water, I will just break it, and then the birds can still drink some water, even when it is very cold. So the answer to that question is yes, I do give not only food, not only seeds and peanuts, but also I give lots of water to the birds as well, especially at this time of year, because the water is often frozen. Especially today, because the temperature today is 1. Just 1 degree today. It's freezing. Hello to everyone. So many people are here today. It is nice to see so many people on the live chat. Well, one of the things about doing this is quite often you have to multitask. So whilst I'm talking to you, I also have to keep an eye on the live chat, and also I have to watch the controls as well for this live stream. It's so involved, always something to think about. So in a moment we will be looking at the uses of me and I when we are talking about something that yourself and another person is doing. So it is a type of sentence that is referring to me and another person. So the game is called Me or I, and that is coming up very shortly. But now I'm going to have a break for a few moments because I want to have a drink of water to clear my throat. And whilst we are doing that, maybe you would like to have a beverage as well. We are going to take a look at one of my short lessons. This is a very short lesson where I talk all about English imperatives. In today's lesson, we will take a look at imperatives in English. Imperative statements are used to give an order, command, instruction, warning, and to make a request. The imperative is one of the three moods of the English verb, the other two being indicative and subjunctive. A basic example of an imperative is, "Give me that coat, please." To make an imperative, it is necessary to use the infinitive of the verb without using to. For example, sit down, come here, stand there. To make a negative imperative, put do not or don't before the verb. For example, don't go, do not walk on the grass, don't talk. If you are including yourself in the imperative, you can use let's to show that this is the case. For example, let's stop now. Let's have some lunch. Let's walk. The negative of let's is let's not. Let's not tell her about it. Let's not fight. Let's not go there. When it comes to giving orders, it is unusual for adults to tell each other what to do, unless one is in a position of authority. Orders are often given to children and to animals. Teachers often give both instructions and orders. So it would be fair to say that imperatives are used a lot by teachers and those with some form of authority. Another type of imperative is the warning. To stress the importance of something when expressing danger is a warning. You warn a person of danger. The intonation of a warning is always stressed, with the last word of the sentence often being higher in tone than the others. For example, watch out, look out, don't cross, sit down now. You will notice in the last example that the tone at the end of the sentence drops. This helps to enforce the warning so as to make the sentence seem less like a request. Another type of imperative is advice. You offer your thought or comment on something as a way of offering help. Advice is normally stressed so as to get the helpful message across. Don't quit your job yet. Wait until your thoughts are a bit clearer. Don't eat too much. Don't go now. Wait for a while. Finally, we have the request. To request is to ask someone to do something in a polite way. A request is not a warning. Examples of request include, please take a seat. Please wait here. Please don't smoke here. It is worth remembering that an imperative sentence does not require a subject, as the pronoun you is implied. So, to recap, an imperative can be an order, a warning, a piece of advice, or a request. I hope you enjoyed that. That was one of my English lessons that can be found on my YouTube channel. We are live right now on YouTube. We are live as live can really be, to be honest. I can't be more live than I am right now. So I hope you are having a good day. If you want captions, by the way, there are live captions that you can watch as well on this live stream. All you have to do is press C on your keyboard. If you want to subscribe, you are more than welcome to do so. I know sometimes it sounds very desperate, but if you want to like, give me a super duper thumbs up. That would be ever so nice. And also you can subscribe as well. Don't forget, like and subscribe. And for those who want to get in touch, there is an email address which will be changing very soon as well. So as I mentioned earlier, there will be some big changes taking place. So the email address will be changing in the near future. But at the moment, you can contact me on my usual email address. Also, I am on Facebook. And if you want to make a donation to help my work continue, here are the addresses. So if you are encouraging someone to do something, if you are urging someone to do something, we will often use an imperative. You are right. Da, 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 da. Yes, we are here today. It's time now to play the me or I game. Oh, I'm going to give you some sentences and I want you to tell me if we are supposed to use me or I. So this is a little bit of fun using grammar. So here we go. Here is the first sentence. Have a look at the sentence. And the question is, do we use me or I? Here it comes right now. There is the sentence. You can see there is a missing word. There is something that is missing. When do you want to meet Dave and? Is it me or I? When do you want to meet Dave and? What is the answer? Is it me or I? When do you want to meet Dave and? Me or I? What do you think? Give me your guesses right now. And I will tell you why that is the case. So is it me or I? When do you want to meet Dave and? I will give you time. Okay, we're getting lots of correct answers. Thank you very much. But why do we say it? So the answer is it is me. When do you want to meet Dave and me? But why? Why do we say me? Well, what you have to do is break down the grammar of this sentence. So take away the other person and then use the grammar that you would normally use in that sentence. So if you were to say, when do you want to meet? Well, of course, you would say me. When do you want to meet me? So if you are talking about more than one person, then when do you want to meet Dave and me? Because the basic grammar is that. So we never say, do you want to meet I? You never say that. No one ever says, do you want to meet I tomorrow? You always say, do you want to meet me? So in this sentence, the answer is me. When do you want to meet Dave and me? Ooh, interesting. Another one. Shall we have another one? Okay, then. This is fun, isn't it? Isn't this fun? Isn't this fun? When do you want to meet Mr. Duncan and me? You and will always be friends. You and will always be friends. Is it me or I? So do we use me or I in this sentence? You and will always be friends. Which one is it? And why? Why? This is a great way to teach. Thank you, Rolfie. Zakia says I. Maria says I. Eric says I. Hamp, Christina, hi. Mog Mog. Oh, hello, Mog Mog. I like your name, by the way. There is a place near where I live with a very similar name. Zakia. Also, Vitas. Thank you very much. Rolfie also gives an answer as well. Thank you, Erman, Christella. So, you and, is it me or I? Me or I? Bing. There it is. The answer is I. You and I will always be friends because I will. We never say me will. So again, what you have to do is break the sentence down to the basic grammar. So me will. No, we never say me will. We say I will. So I will always be your friend. You and I will always be friends. So again, it is all about breaking down the grammar to its most basic form. And there you will see the answer. Ooh. One more. Dave and will go to town later. I must be honest, Dave is going to be very busy next week. He seems to be seeing me a lot. Dave and will go to town later. But which one is it? Which one? Is it me or I? Me or I? Dave and will go to town later. Me or I? I will give you a few seconds to answer because I know there is a delay. A lot of people complain. They say, Mr. Duncan, why don't you answer my question straight away? Well, that's because there is a 30-second delay, unfortunately. I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. I'm very sorry. Lewis says me. Helena says I. Rahul says I. In fact, many people say I. Dave and will go to town later. Is it me or I? Once again, the answer is I. Because if you break down the basic grammar, we don't say me will go to town. We always say I will go to town. So Dave and I will go to town later. We never say Dave and me. Dave and me will go to town later. Dave and I. Because once again, you are breaking down the grammar to its simple form, I will. We never say me will. I will. Dave and I will go to town later. So there it is, a very simple example Some very simple questions there, although it can be very complicated. So this is a very small rule. As I said earlier, English can have lots of small rules that can cause a great deal of confusion. So I hope you enjoyed that. Something a little different there. Hello to Christelle. Hello to Lewis. Lewis Manoz. Hello to you. What is going on there? Are you being naughty? This is very funny, Mr. Duncan. It is a funny way to learn English. Thank you very much, Christelle. That's very kind of you. I was talking to a friend, says Lewis. Oh, really? Well, sometimes you have to be polite to your friends, or else they might not be your friends anymore. Ah, yes, sir. Hello there. When you are in the position of the subject, you say me. Yes, well, you and me, but in that sense, we are just saying the two people are concerned with a certain thing. Yes, the subject is I. However, if you are in the position of the subject or the object, you say me. Hello, Alexandra. Hi, Mr. Duncan. What is the difference between the word abstain and restrain? Well, abstain means not to do something, so you stop yourself from doing it. So you abstain. So maybe if you decide that you are not going to smoke anymore, you will stop doing it. You abstain from smoking. You abstain. You avoid doing it. So you forbid yourself from doing it. Restrain often means to hold back. So maybe you restrain a person who is trying to attack you. You restrain them. So you hold them back. You stop something from happening. You restrain. So quite often restrain is a physical thing. You will do it physically to a person. You will restrain someone. You will hold them. Thank you very much also to Sharda. Hello to Christina. Hello also to Chu. Hello Chu or Cho. I can never remember if I get your name right. Hello to MD Seifel. Hello to you as well. Hello, Mr. Duncan. I'm new here. Nice to see you here as well. Hind Salih is here as well. Lots of new names on today's live chat. It's very good to see you here. At the back of my house, you may remember that there are lots of sheep at the back of my house. However, the field at the back of my house is actually on a slope. So the field at the back of my house is not level. Unfortunately, it is on a slope. And many of the sheep, unfortunately, fall over. They slip on the mud, especially at the moment because it's very wet outside. So some of the sheep, unfortunately, are falling over and they are injuring their legs. So there are quite a few sheep at the moment limping. Limp. They are limping. They are hobbling around the field because they have fallen over. And quite often they will injure one of their legs. So there are quite a few sheep that have been injured during this very wet weather because at the back of the house it's almost underwater. There is so much water around at the moment. Yes, the field is on a slope. So it isn't straight, it isn't level, it is on a slope. So when we talk about slopes, we mean something that is not straight, it is not level. It is on a slight slope. We like your sheep. It is very cute. Oh, I see. There is my little sheep. Can you see it? Very nice. I have 2 of these. Yes, you might limp. You will hobble. So if you injure one of your legs, quite often you will limp. Ooh. And the reason why you limp is because you can't put your weight on the leg because you've injured it. So maybe you have injured a muscle, or maybe you have twisted your leg or twisted part of your leg, and now it is very painful. Hello, Adrian. Hello, Adrian. Hello, my name is Adrian. I live in Monaco, and I have been following you for 13 years. But this is the first time that I see you live. You are the best teacher in the world. Thank you, Adrian. That's very kind of you. Can I also congratulate you for following me for 13 years on YouTube? Wow, thank you very much. Hello also to Irene, who is saying something to Louis Mendez. Oh. Beatrice, what a lovely little sheep. Yes, there are lots of sheep at the back of the house at the moment. One of the things that has happened recently, this time of year, now this is a very delicate subject. So if you are easily offended, can you put your fingers in your ears now? Oh, sorry, not me. So if you are easily offended. So at the moment, the mating season for the sheep has arrived. So normally in spring, we will have lots of little lambs running around in the fields. But before that can happen, the lady sheep has to join with a male sheep. So at the moment at the back of my house, I can't believe I'm talking about this, but at the back of my house there is one male sheep in a field with lots of lady sheep. Can you believe that? So that sheep, that one male sheep, now has to mate with all of those other sheep, all of the ewes that are in the field. What a job! That's an incredible job, isn't it? Imagine that. Right, Billy, because that's his name. The sheep's name is Billy. Right, Billy, what I want you to do, I want you to go into that field over there and I want you to mate with all of those sheep. But the only problem is, poor little Billy has slipped over on the mud and he's actually injured one of his legs. So at the moment he's having difficulty performing his duty because he's hurt his leg. So poor little Billy, the boy goat at the back of my house, is supposed to be mating with all of the ewes, but unfortunately he's hurt his leg. So he can't do what he's been told to do, unfortunately. Changing the subject, let's have a look at today's mystery idiom. Today's mystery idiom, if you think you know what the answer is, then please tell me. Please give me the answer to the question in case you know what it is. If you don't know what it is, do not fear, I will give the answer before I go today. It is English Addict with myself, Mr. Duncan. That's me, by the way, for those who are wondering. Yes, Christina thinks, poor Billy the sheep. He has to mate with 40 ewes. Unfortunately, he has broken his leg. He's hurt his leg. So at the moment he's walking around the field looking very sad and, dare I say, frustrated because he can't perform his duty. Noemi, hello everybody. Sadly, I couldn't use the live chat on my mobile phone today. If you are having difficulty, can I just suggest that you can refresh your page? So sometimes the live chat won't work first time. So you might have to refresh your page. So if you are watching on your computer or on your phone, you might have to refresh your page, and then hopefully it will work. Is the idiom around the clock? No, it isn't. Mr. Duncan, I have bought a new mobile phone just to see you better. Thank you very much, Pedro. That's incredible. I can't believe that you've gone out to buy yourself a new smartphone just so you can watch me clearly. That's really nice. By the way, yes, there are live captions. All you have to do is press C on your computer keyboard. Yes, poor old Billy. I feel very sorry for Billy. I was watching him this morning walking around the field, and all of the ewes are there. They're waiting patiently. Do you know what? I think I should start doing other things instead of looking out the window watching the sheep. I think so. Does Billy mate with the lady sheep using his leg? No, he doesn't, but he needs his leg to... Sharda says, Mr. Duncan, can we have your email address again? Yes, you can. Here it is right now. So now there is no excuse. You should know my email address and also my Facebook page. And if you want to make a donation, because I do all of this for free, I've been doing this with no charge for 13 years. Can you believe it? Fam says there is a problem with the subtitles. Can I just say, if you are watching live with the captions, you will notice that the captions will come a little bit after the words I say. So I will say something, and then a few seconds later the caption will appear. So that isn't a problem, that isn't a fault. That is just because I'm doing this live. So the captions don't know what I'm going to say. So it takes a few moments for the captions to actually process. So if you are watching live with captions, then that's the reason why. So there is always a slight delay before the captions appear. So there you go. Mr. Duncan, you look different today. You look really nice. Thank you, Alexandra. That's very nice of you to say. Thank you. We mentioned time at the start of today's lesson, and I thought it would be interesting to talk about time when we are using the words in, on, and at. Because depending on what we are talking about, we use different words, different ways of expressing an action or something we intend to do. So, for example, if we are talking about the month, then we often talk about things happening in. So, in the month, in January, in December. So in December, we will celebrate Christmas. When we talk about a date, we often use the word on to describe the action that is taking place on that date. So, for example, on the 25th of December, it will be Christmas Day. On. So when we mention the date and an action, we always use the word on. You do something on that date. You don't do it in that date. You do it on that date. If we are talking about a single event on a single day, we say on. And the same thing applies if we are talking about a day of the week as well. So if you mention a day of the week, you will do it on that day. On Friday, I will go to town. On Saturday, I will do an extra live stream. On Wednesday, I will be doing my live stream slightly later than usual. So on, in the month, on the date, and also on a certain day. Then we have in a certain day. So maybe in a certain period of time. So in that day. So we are not talking about a particular day of the week. We are just talking generally. So in that day, we do something. So in that period of time. So by this, we are talking about a period of time. So within that 24 hours. So in a certain day. A period of time that occurs in a certain time. We also have at when we are talking about time. I will see you at 10 o'clock. I will see you on Wednesday at 8 p.m. UK time. So at when we are talking about an arrangement that maybe we are going to make, or maybe an occurrence that will happen at a certain time. We can also say in when we are talking about time as well. So in a certain period, in 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, I will go. In 20 minutes, I will say goodbye. So in a certain period of time, something will happen. So in 2 days from now, I will be preparing my next live stream. In when we are talking about a future event that will happen, or a period of time that is occurring. Also for as well. So we can use for when we are talking about time. If you are doing something for a certain period of time. So you might boil an egg for 5 minutes. You boil an egg for 5 minutes. So that is how long you are doing it for. Then we have during. Now during is interesting because you can use it for all types of expressions with time, month, and also day. So you can say during the hour, during the month, during the day. We can even say during the week. So during the week, I will often prepare my English lessons. During the day, I will often go out for a short walk. So it's some time during the day, at some time during the hour. So we can use during in many ways. During a certain time, during a certain month, and during the day. And of course, during the week. Rolfie says prepositions are the main cause of insecurities for us as English learners. I think so. Prepositions do cause a lot of confusion and heartache. However, there is a lesson on my YouTube channel, and this is something that will be changing soon. You will be able to find my lessons easier. So there are many lessons on my YouTube channel, and because I've been doing this for so many years, there are now over 700 English lessons. So my new website will also make finding my lessons much easier. So there are some big changes taking place. Abdullah says, hi Mr. Duncan, and also for the new subscribers, which order is best to watch your videos? Thank you, Abdullah. Well, that is very strange because I was just talking about that. How strange. I was talking about the order and how to watch my videos, and you asked the same question. Isn't that weird? Ooh, wow. So my new website hopefully will be putting all of these answers into perspective, and also everything will be much more clear. So on my new website, it will be much easier to find certain lessons. So that's another reason why I am actually moving away from using YouTube as my homepage. So in the future, my new homepage will be an individual website. it will be my website and it will belong to me. So something very exciting coming up. Pedro is going to leave. I know Pedro has things to do on Sunday, so I will see you later, Pedro. Don't forget, we are here on Wednesday, if I can find my piece of paper. So I am back on Wednesday, a slight change to the time. I will be with you on Wednesday at 8 p.m. UK time. So something a little different will be occurring on Wednesday, 8 p.m. UK time. Rosa is going. Bye, everybody. See you. Have a wonderful week. Thanks a bunch, Mr. Duncan. Well, I'm not going just yet. I will be with you for a few more minutes, so don't worry. Hello also to Alamgir and also to... Can I say hello to Saturino? If you want to learn well, then the use of prepositions and to listen how the native speakers use them in the context. And this is one of the reasons why my lessons are very useful. Not only live, but also recorded as well. So when you listen to English being spoken, when you listen to it being used, you can absorb the way the words and the sentences are constructed. So that's one of the reasons why surrounding yourself with the English language, making English part of your life is very important. And this is something that I say very often when I'm asked how to learn English. I still don't know your website address. Well, the reason why you don't know it is because it's not active. So my website is still being constructed. I have been very busy over the past few days building my website, learning how to create a website because I've never done it before. It's my first time. So I've had to learn all of these things. Lewis, also Noemi. Oh, hello, Noemi. You deserve to have your own page. Thank you very much. I didn't realise just how much work is involved in creating your own website. I must be honest with you. I didn't realise. Let's have a look at the live chat. Who else is on today? Julie. Also Amma. Hello, Amma. It's my first time here. Is it really? Welcome, Amma, to my super duper live stream, and I hope you will like what you see, and I also hope that you will subscribe as well. So 2 ways to help my work continue. You can like, and also you can subscribe as well. So here it is, the answer to today's mystery idiom. So the mystery idiom, a well-known phrase in the English language. But what is it, I wonder? Quite a few people said working around the clock, which is a good guess. It's a very good guess. Unfortunately, it is incorrect. So I always say, when you look at my mystery idiom, you should say what you see. Say what you see. So, what can you see? You can see clocks. But what do the clocks tell? They tell you the time. So you can see those clocks are actually posted on signs. So today's mystery idiom is a sign of the times. Oh, Mr. Duncan, you are so naughty. You naughty, naughty man. Congratulations to those who got it right. A sign of the times. The meaning is an indication of how the present day is moving. Normally used in a negative way to show how things are changing for the worse. Bad things that appear to be occurring more are seen as being a sign of the times. Maybe people worry about their general safety when they are walking around the streets. We might say, yes, people are more afraid to go outside and walk around. Sadly, it is a sign of the times. It is the way things are changing, and they are changing in a negative way. So quite often we will say the sign of the times when we are referring to the way things are changing during the present time. It is a sign of the times, unfortunately. I love your live lessons. I can understand easily your explanation. Thank you, Zakia Tun. Thank you very much. Very nice. Apparently, yes, there have been some songs called Sign of the Times. In fact, there are quite a few. There was a song by Prince. Do you remember Prince? Prince had something very similar to me in common. What does Prince and myself have in common? There is something we share together. But what is it? It is our love of the colour purple. There we go. Prince, when he was alive, used to be a big fan of purple, and I quite like purple as well. You may have noticed that my set and also my tie has a lot of purple and pink. Saturino, do you use the software WordPress to set your website? WordPress is free and there are lots of guides on the internet. Well, I am using various things to construct my website because my website will be text and also video. So there will be a lot of text and also video on my new website. So all of that coming soon. Not yet. So don't worry. I will still be here with you for the next few weeks on YouTube. And also the next time I'm with you will be on Wednesday at 8 p.m. UK time. So a slight change. So normally I'm with you at 2 p.m. UK time on Sunday, Wednesday and Friday. However, this Wednesday I will be with you later, 8 p.m. UK time. There is a reason for that, which I can't tell you because Steve has told me to keep my mouth shut. Which, to be honest with you, is not an easy thing to do. It's almost time to go, unfortunately. Thank you, Christina. I was a big fan of Prince. Me too. I loved his music. Also, Palmyra. Also to Suraj. My English is very weak. How can I make my English strong? Well, you are in the right place because everyone here is crazy about English. Many people join my live streams and maybe their level of English is low. But over time, the more you watch, the more you listen, the more you learn. So can I just say you are in the right place? Flower Espoir asks, have you brought any gifts for Christmas? I haven't bought anything yet, even though I'm looking for a lovely present for Mr. Steve, because he deserves something nice, I think so. I'm not sure if I'm going to get any Christmas presents this year. I don't know. It depends whether or not I've been naughty or nice. We'll have to wait and see. Thank you very much for your company. I am going in a moment. One last look outside. It is lovely outside. The sun is already beginning to set. So in an hour, it will actually be dark here. It's true. So by the time 4 o'clock comes, it will be dark here in the UK. And also across the way, into the distance, you can see once again, everything is looking nice today. We've had a lovely day today, I'll be honest with you. The weather has been nice, even though it is only 1 degree where I live. It's freezing cold. Thank you for today's lesson. Thank you, Connell. Thank you, Zuzika. Thank you, Omar. Thank you, everyone. Christelle, thank you also for your lovely message today. Isn't that nice? I will see you on Wednesday. I will mention it again, slightly later than normal. Wednesday, 8 p.m. UK time. I will be back with you on YouTube. I know for some people it will be very late, but I have no choice, unfortunately. There is something else happening. Valentin, have a lovely day. Thank you. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend as well. Have a super duper day. Thank you also to Irene. Thanks a lot to Eric. Thank you very much. The more you listen to English, the more you will empower your mind to speak and get lots of input. And your output, or the way you use English, will come out naturally and easily. Yes. So the more you learn, the more you listen, the more you absorb, the better your English will become. It will happen slowly over time. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of English saying thanks for watching me today. I hope you've enjoyed it. You can get in touch. You can also email me. You can also follow me on Facebook, and also you can give me a little donation as well, because I do everything here for free. It doesn't cost you a dime. I know what you mean. Yes, I am. I'm very lucky to have this weather today, because I know in many parts of the world people are having horrible weather at the moment. So I do appreciate that, yes, here in the UK we are having, the weather isn't too bad at the moment. It's crispy. Very crisp, very cold, but also very sunny. I'm going now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to Cho, Irene, Massimo. Parting is indeed sweet sorrow. But don't worry, I'm back on Wednesday at 8 p.m. And of course, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Ta-ta for now.